Let us visualize and understand the factoring skills. I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. This is our second video on the series where we are trying to understand and rather visualize how do we factor trinomials. We have many videos on factoring trinomials, but this gives you visualization of the same. We also call it a box model, which represents area of a rectangle. So once again, here we have a rectangle as you can see, and within this we're divided into four small boxes, written some terms, and we have a table on the right which writes terms and expressions. The terms are the ones which are small square boxes on the sides of the bigger box. Expression is in two different forms, one in factored form and the other one is in standard form. This time, the value of a is not equal to 1, but it's more than 1, right? And we also have negative values to work with. So here are five examples for you, which we'll explore. In case you want to learn from me directly, send an email on globalmathinstitute at gmail.com. Let me also thank all our viewers and subscribers for their generous contributions. Every dollar counts. Special thanks to Canadians who can actually e-transfer. The email address is globalmathinstitute at gmail.com. While in case you want to be a regular supporter of our channel, you can always send an email and discuss the plan. We want to reach millions globally who do not have access to good education. And I hope these videos, which we have 17,000 of these videos absolutely free, they may help to some extent. But your contributions can really help us to sustain the growth. So let's begin with the solution of these questions one by one. Now, the process, which is something like this, is first begin with the rows. And these are the rows. Group factor, write the term here. 6x squared minus 18x. You can see that 6x is common. Now this term 6x will go in your table. So matching square we have made. So the first term is 6x. The second one is a common factor of minus 5x and 15. We can take this as minus 5. So minus 5 is your second term. Now that also becomes the width of your rectangle if you visualize, right? So you could write this as a factor which is 6x minus 5 as, let us say, width of the rectangle. Now explore the columns. So the column number 1, 6x squared minus 5x, we have x common. In the other column, minus 18x 15, we have 3 common, right? You could take minus 3 as common. So x and minus 3 will come in your table as terms, right? And that is like a length of this rectangle. So multiply length and width to get the area, and there we go. We get x minus 3 as the other term. So what you get here is the factored form of quadratic equation. You get the idea. Hmm? Now, how do we get the standard form? Well, these are 4 units of areas. Combine them, right? So we get 6x squared, left hand corner box, and these two can be added. These are like terms, right? Minus 18 minus 5 makes it minus 23. And the constant term is plus 15. You get an idea. That is how we actually visualize a quadratic equation 6x squared minus 23x plus 15. Now, look here. If you're calling these numbers as p and q, right? So in our case, p is equal to minus 5, q is equal to minus 3. You can see that p plus q is equal to minus 23. And that is the number which we got here, right, as a coefficient of x. And what is p times q? Product is minus 5 times minus 3, which is plus 15. There you go. So sum and product is the strategy to factor these trinomials, and which we have beautifully shown with the help of this box. Right? So I hope this concept is absolutely clear, very useful for students to begin with, right? So once again, we have written it in the factored form and also in the standard form using the concept of sum and product, right? Great. So we'll continue with this exercise. I like you to now pause the video, do these questions on your own, and then check with my solution. Well, in case you want to learn from me directly, send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. We can be part of your journey of success. More important here is to help students in middle school understand what they are getting into in high school. So we prepare students in middle school also so that they are very well conversant with what is going to come soon, right? Okay, great. So let's continue with this. I hope you got the solution. 8x squared minus 10x, what is common? 2x, right? And 12x minus 15, 3 is common. So we have the first factor as 2x plus 3. I would like you to fill in other terms, right? And if you look at the column 8x squared 12x, we have 4x common. On the other side, 10 minus 10x minus 15 gives us minus 5. So the other factor here is 4x minus 5. Perfect. The quadratic equation standard form can be written by combination of all these areas, which is 8x squared. Combining these two like terms gives us plus 2x and minus 15. Makes sense, right? So that is how you could do it. And these terms you can match from what we just did. Here is question 14. Perfect. Have a good look at it. Try to solve this particular question. And once again, I would like you to remind that we want to reach the millions globally and share with them this knowledge, which is so easily available to you, absolutely free, right? So if you can contribute, you can help them learn as you are learning. Perfect. So, so I hope the concept is absolutely clear. Here is a variation. Now this time we have the numbers 2x squared minus 30x minus 2x and 30. Do you see something here? There is a term which is common to all of them, right? So if that becomes the case, then there is a modification. So what we do in such cases is that we'll take the factor out. So we get this as 2 times. So we'll multiply all this by 2, right? And take away the common factor, that is 2. So dividing every term by 2. So we get x squared minus 15x minus x and 15. You get the idea. So that is how we are going to modify and then write down the factored form. Perfect. So otherwise, you'll get something which is not correct. So here is a modification. So be aware of this. Now let's begin with the row x squared and minus 15x. The common factor here is x. Right? We are going to multiply everything by 2 later, right? So we'll write this place as x. So we have a outside 2. You get the idea. And then the second one, we have minus 1. So we'll write minus 1. So we get 2 times x minus 1. That is what I meant. You get the idea. 2 times x minus 1. Now, if you look into the column, then in the column we have x common, right? And the other column, 15 or minus 15, we'll take minus 15 common. And so we get x minus 15. Now, this 2 gets multiplied, and therefore it takes care of the other side also. Perfect. So that is how we are going to rewrite this. Now, as far as the standard form is concerned, you could write the original numbers, which is 2x squared minus 30 minus 2 is minus 32x and plus 30. However, as you can see, you could also common factor 2 and rewrite this as x squared minus 16x plus 15. Does make sense, right? So either way it could work. But it is important to note once again that in case all the terms have something in common, we should factor it outside and then work with it with modified numbers as shown here. Perfect. So I hope that helps you understand this concept better. Feel free to send your suggestions and comments. And in case you want to learn directly from me, you can always send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. Now, here is the next question, which is actually the repetition of the same. I'd like you to do it once again, okay? Here is a practice question for you. Do it and submit your solutions. Anybody who needs help can send a request on the given email. Thanks for your time and all the best. So, I hope with this, all the concepts are absolutely clear. Feel free to write a comment, share your views. In case you like our channel, which has been there for last 15 plus years, serving absolutely free with 17,000 videos, I would like you to contribute so that we can reach many more worldwide. Thanks for your contribution and all the best.